How's it going, everybody? Happy New Year to everyone. This is my first vid on this channel for the new year. I hope everybody had a good New Year's Eve, New Year. And hope everybody's year is off to a decent start. We're only a weekend here, but you know. I'm going to be doing a Nintendo Switch collection vid here today. I'm still trying to find a groove with this channel, honestly. Like, I haven't put up as many videos as I would have liked so far on this channel. I'm still so focused on the other one, but I still want to do, I need to, this new year, do more of the interview. I did the one interview thing with the stupid video with the, what was it, the Switch or something? Was it this? No, not the Switch, the Wii? Was it the regular Wii? I don't know, I forget what I did it with, but the game interview, the game console. I want to do another one of those with the Game Boy Advances soon. But it's just getting a groove in general. Like I said, I might put up like some of my figures. I have the G.I. Joe Classified figures. I might throw that up on this channel if anybody wants to see it. Maybe just do some more kind of like drinking and rambling type stuff. I don't know. Like I said, I got to try to figure it out. But anyway, started off with the Switch collection. I don't know if I'm going to... There's other Switch games I'd like to get still. Maybe about like 5 to like 8 games I'm still interested in. But I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and get them. Maybe one day if they're cheap. I don't know. The first one here is sealed, but it's Trails of Cold Steel 3. Haven't played it sealed. I picked it up, like, I picked this up like real early after getting the Switch. And never opened it. I thought it was a good deal at the time, but it pretty much is what this game is still selling for. Kirby's Dreamland Deluxe, Return to Dreamland Deluxe. My fiance and I played this. We played a bunch of these games together. Oh, I want to say this might be a remake or a port. I think it's a remake straight up of, does it say it here? Maybe the DS, or is it even the GBA, or is it the Wii even? I don't know. But it was pretty fun, 2D side-scrolling stuff. Luigi's Mansion 3. Cool game. I don't think I beat this. Your Luigi's Mansion. I think this one starts off with like Mario, Peach, Toad, and the rest of them like think they're going on vacation, but they all get captured in this place, and Luigi's got to come. You got the vacuum. Professor Egad pops up again. And, you know, you're pulling on the curtains and everything, finding coins, sucking up the ghosts. I want to say King Boo is responsible for this one. What's happening here, but still pretty fun. There is, what is it here? Goo EG. So this is like a Goo version of him, and it's kind of like a 2-player thing. Like something you don't need to do 2 players, but like he can go through bars and stuff like that. Another sealed one. Witch Spring Refine. The Story of a Rudy. I don't know. This was my fiance got me this for like Easter a couple of years ago with some stuff. I have not opened it yet. I think it actually sells fairly well. I think this would have been like a $30 game or something. But it looks like I think it's similar to like I think this started on the Apple, the iPhone or some shit. But I think it's similar in vein to the old, like, Shining in the Darkness and stuff, and some of the Heroes of Might and Magic games from back in the day, like that perspective. Dragon Warrior, I think, is another one that does that perspective. That probably would have been one of the originals, actually, that did it, if not the first. You can't see your character, but you can see the enemies type thing. Yoshi's Crafted World. This is cool. Everything's like paper mache, I guess, and stuff like that. And it's, I don't know, it's a cute little game. You could play 2 players, which we did. I think, who's the main bad guys in this? I think it's Bowser Jr. and Kamek. Is that the wizard dude's name? It was fun, though. I mean, these games are fun. You're collecting things in each level. It gives you some replayability. You get the dog here, Poochie, and he can do some certain things as well. I think you do the levels backwards or something. I have not messed with the Switch in a little bit, so I don't remember a lot of the stuff. Octopath Traveler, Square Enix. Cool art style in this game. It has like the feel of a 16-bit RPG, but it has this really cool art style as well. You can start off with any one of these 8 characters. Eventually, you'll get all of them in your party with their little stories to tell. Cool combat, like it says. It looks really nice. The funny thing is, I got this regular without. They have a collector's edition. I was at a garage sale, and they had the collector's edition stuff without the game for like $5. I was like, I'm taking it. Screw it. It had it. I think it was missing like the slip cover, but it was like a big box that like opened it up. It was like a little, I have to say, like a diorama or pop up thing of the characters. There was a coin in there, a little cloth map, I believe, something else. It was actually really cool to come across that. And they all have their special powers, these people, abilities they could use. There was a second one, which I have not played. Sonic Mania. This is like an old school Sonic while having some fresh ideas, I guess. I haven't played much of it, honestly. I think I get excited about some of these 2D Sonics because I really liked the first two back in the day, Sonic and Sonic 2. I think those are the only two I played back then. I might have played some Sonic 3. I don't think I ever played Sonic and Knuckles. And then I played some Sonic Adventure, Sonic and the Secret Rings on the Wii I enjoyed. But like in terms of 2D ones, this had the feel of it and played it and was fun from what I was playing of it, but then I just stopped. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. So this is not 2D Kirby. This is more in the vein of like some of the 3D Marios. But you can see Kirby, that's his power. He sucks into things. You can turn into cars here, traffic cones, other giant things, on top of sucking up the enemies and getting their powers. Same thing, you're collecting things. We played 2-player. I think I was the Waddle Dee when you played 2-player. But it was another fun one. Looks nice. Not overly tough. Collection of Mana. So this has Final Fantasy Adventure, which that's what it was released here as. I think it was on the Game Boy, as you can see here. Then Secret of Mana, Trials of Mana. They did a remake of Trials of Mana. I think on the PS4 and maybe the Xbox One, Switch. Kind of cool. I like these things. Kind of cool collections. I have no experience with. I did play some Final Fantasy Adventure back in the day on the Game Boy, but I have no experience with these two. Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Cool remake of the Game Boy game, and then it was on the Game Boy Color as well. These, I prefer the. I had Breath of the Wild. I had sold it recently, the first one. I have not played the second. It's cool. I understand why people love it, and I thought I would too, but I just couldn't get into it. Like, a huge, massive open world for Zelda, for me personally, I'm more of a fan of these contained ones, especially the top-down kind of ones, but I also love Ocarina of Time, a favorite game of mine. And that is an open world, open areas, but it's not huge, right? It's still somewhat contained. I like the smaller Zeldas, and this is especially like Link to the Past, the originals, well, at least the first one, Link, Adventures of Link's more of a side-scroller as well. I like these ones. This one's great. You always feel when you get a new weapon or a new item and you can go to different areas, you're always like, oh, awesome. It still gives you that sense of accomplishment, these Zelda games, that other games don't do. But it's cool, and it has a cool art style to it as well. You end up awakening on an island, and there's a bird you gotta help, and shit. There's a dungeon thing in here, too, Creator. I did not do any of that. Family Feud. It's Family Feud. The game. It's like the show. White Day, a labyrinth named School. I played some of this. It was pretty cool. I just stopped for whatever reason. Nice little kind of horror game from when I was playing it, but I do want to pick up the second one on the PS5. There's another one that I was enjoying and stopped playing. Another horror game, Akai. This one was kind of cool because you're doing the symbols with this thing. You can chase by ghosts. I think you start off in like a Japanese, I don't know if it's a village or like you're in a temple or something. And you're like kind of watching it. Does it tell you? No. Yeah, wander around a feudal Shinto shrine and explore to unveil the story behind Nanako. When I was playing, it was actually pretty creepy and cool, but once again, I just put it down like I do. And this came with, I don't know if that's just a sticker or what. It's like when they give you something, since you rarely ever get manuals anymore, it's kind of nice when they throw a little bonus in there. Root film. What I was playing of this was cool. It's like a, graphic novel type thing, but you're trying to figure out stuff. You go through like the film and trying to figure out things and stuff. It seemed like a pretty kind of good mystery. This is one I actually need to get back into. NG. This is Spirit Hunter Volume 2. So the first volume is Deathmark, which we weren't calling it that. I think later releases of that game, they put it on there, but I have it on the Vita, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't have that on there. And then Deathmark 2 is Volume 3. The Deathmarks is a little better than this one. This one adds a little bit to it. Same thing. It's a graphic novel. You have this like judge system here, which I don't even think plays into anything when you're talking to other characters. You go up against like urban legends in Japan and stuff, and you got to have certain things and do things the right way in these boss fights, or you're screwed. You can lose friendly characters in this one, can die, I'm pretty sure. Certain things you're exploring, you have to, you need to bring in like a second party member. You could switch it up so they have like abilities. You go to different areas, they can only get in there and stuff. They're definitely cool games. I prefer Deathmark and Deathmark 2 are definitely creepier than this one. Deathmark 2 in particular has like more actual gameplay, which is nice. Like it's actual gameplay. This and the first Deathmark are more kind of like graphic novel type stuff. They're still cool though. If you're into that kind of stuff, it's really cool. Danganronpa Decadence. So this has the first 3 Danganronpa games and a new one for this, which is Ultimate Summer Camp. This does not have Ultra Despair Girls in it, which is like a spin-off of one of them. It's like a first-person game. I played most of the first one on the Vita back when I had it. It's another kind of graphic novel type game, but you're trapped in a school. You get trapped and you like wake up there. And then like everyone, how does it work? Like if you kill somebody and get away with it, you can leave and everybody else has to stay. But if you don't, you get killed. So you have to figure out. You have the truth bullets. I think you shoot, and then it's like if you do got to get information and the detective work and figure it out. Do go to the trial. You prove that the person killed someone. Then they get killed in like a fantastical way. There was also an anime, at least of the first one, that was pretty good. It followed the game pretty much to a T. But it's cool to have this all in one spot. All of them right there. Super Mario Odyssey. Awesome game. What is the thing? Cappy is the hook in this one. You put the cap on. It's similar to like the Kirby. Like you can control a dinosaur at one point, a taxi cab, other enemies and stuff. The Goombas, the Koopa Troopas, etc. You're going to different worlds. You go on his ship, Cappy's ship, the Cap ship, and you're going to different worlds and stuff. You're collecting, what is it? Is it stars you collect in this one, or is it moons? You might be collecting moons in this one, actually. We did beat it. We didn't get everything. And then you can do like a boss battle tier thing where you're going up kind of like a tower thing, fighting all the bosses you fought throughout the game. Looks great. You're going to everywhere in this game. Cool planets to explore. Yes, they are planets you're going. It's a really cool game. They rarely botch the Mario games, Nintendo. Bayonetta 3. I've not played a ton of this one. Picked it up because it's Bayonetta. I loved the first two. I played the first one I think I originally played it on the PS3, then I might have played it again on the 360, and then I played the second one on the Wii U. And then this one I got on Switch because it is a Switch exclusive. And the second one is a Wii U exclusive. It's a cool game. You play as Bayonetta here. I forget what her actual name is. They made that game where she's a kid. Cereza, I think her name is. Where she's a kid and stuff. I think that's just on the Switch. I forget what it's called, though. Looks like there's someone else you can play as here. I don't know. I only played like the first bit of this game. It's cool, Devil May Cry type combat and stuff. Cool combos and shit. You call upon the witch or witch powers and the demon things come. Pull people into hell or whatever. Looks nice. It's a little over the top and shit, but... the first two are really good. Like I said, this one was fine, but Didn't seem as good as the first two. And like I said, I just put it down and went to something else. Super Mario Wonder. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. This is an awesome game. When did this come out? This is 23? Where are you? It says it somewhere on here. Maybe not. This game was awesome. Is this actually in the Switch? I don't know. Awesome 2D Mario game. You get different stuff here. Like you get the Wonder Flowers, I think they are, and you start like tripping balls, and the fucking pipes are like moving, everything, and the level changes. Use a bunch of different characters and stuff. Elephant Mario is also in this one. Super fun, looks great. I forget what Bowser did in this one. He did something where you got to get rid of things, right? But it was a super fun game. Oh man. New Super Lucky's Tale. I originally played this on the. I think it was a timed exclusive on the Xbox One, and I played it on Game Pass. It was a fun old kind of school type platformer, and then this one has like the extra stuff in it as well. I guess it was a DLC. You're the Fox Lucky, and you got to save your family from the Pages book. These cats are involved there. Of course, the cats end up being the bad guys because cats always have to be the bad guy, right? Which I don't think they mind. But it was fun, good platformer. Some of it was annoying. Some camera angles suck. There's some little other things to do. You're collecting letters and stuff like that, like all these other type of games. Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. My fiance loves these games back from she played the other ones back in the day on the PlayStation. I think some of the other ones that came out on the Xbox and the GameCube and stuff. I'm not super familiar with it. I have played a lot of the first three because we had the collection, the remake collection they made. This one was fun too. It's Crash Bandicoot. It can get hard as hell, but they're fun to play. And then you get the time trials and stuff. You got to find gems or whatever you're finding in these. And the last one here is Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. So this is like a partial game like Odin Sphere, has that kind of look to it, side scroller, and then you're doing farming type stuff. You're Sakuna, you were like a princess to like a god, and you let some humans into the realm of the gods or whatever it is, and she's like a drunk, I think, and then she gets thrown out because she's not allowed to let them in there, so they throw her down to Earth or wherever the regular world. You get a little actual manual here, a little baby manual, but it's nice to see. Here's some of the characters, gods and men of Yamato. It was cool. I side scroll, and then you're doing the farming and stuff like that. And similar, I guess it's kind of a little bit in the vein of what ActRaiser was or is, where it was like partial side scrolling adventure, and then you're doing that was more town building though and stuff. Which is ActRaiser is a fantastic game on the Super Nintendo. Check it out if you've never played it. I know they did a remake with ActRaiser Renaissance a couple of years ago. The combat was fun though. I guess I didn't play a ton of this. That's my problem. I have a lot of games. I move on to something else and then I forget about games and I end up having a pile of games I haven't played. I'm sure a lot of you have experienced that as well. But that is my Switch collection. I had a few other games that I've sold. I think I sold like 2 or 3 games. It's a cool system. There's a few other games I would like to maybe pick up. That Zelda game that looks like Link's Awakening. I forget what it's called. Looked pretty good. There's a couple other ones that I'm interested in too. I can't remember that they are. I'd have to look on GameStop and see upcoming games or games that have just released. Because there are maybe like I said, about 5 to 8. Probably more like 5 that I really would like to pick up. I know there's been rumors for a while, but I think they're starting to heat up about the Switch 2. It's going to be as powerful as a PS4 Pro, not a PS5, which is fine. When it comes to Nintendo, especially now, Nintendo hasn't gone graphics-wise like full tilt since the GameCube. Like the Wii was just like a beefed-up GameCube and not by much. The Wii U looked solid, but it was, once again, not overly powerful. It was probably as powerful as like a 360 or a PS3, and this came out in 2012. So later on, when they were about to release the other systems, Xbox One, and the Switch is, Same thing, the Switch isn't as powerful as a PS4 or a Xbox One. But Nintendo gets by on their art style and stuff anyway, so they don't need to go full power anymore. That's just how they've been. I don't mind it. New Switch comes out, I'm not going to pick it up for a while. Admittedly, like, I neglect the Switch. Like, we'll play the hell out of it, and then I won't touch the thing for a while. Not as consistently as I'm, like, using the Xbox One even still, and the PS5. I'm trying to think of some other games I wanted. I forget what that Zelda game's called. Where you play as Zelda and you make objects or whatever the hell you do, mimic them or clone them. What were some of the other games? There's a few others in there. I can't remember what the hell they were that I was interested in. But anyway, that is my Switch collection, and thanks everyone for checking this out, and have a good day.